Well, sorry about that. I seem to have had some problem with my Wi-Fi, which is kind of strange. This is like the second time that's actually happened. So I'm gonna start from the beginning, actually, uh, where I left off, which is the book. So I don't know how many of those books showed up. So I'm gonna start again with Superman number 2, Superman number 39, Superman number 41, which I have not had the time to back on board properly. Superman number 45. Hey, Sleepy. Up, 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 up. Superman number 46, which is probably one of my earlier Superman back issues, actually, that I've owned, that I actually bought. Superman number 50. This is the second print of this book. Actually, they actually had it at the show. They had the first print and the second print, but the first print was a lot cheaper. So I bought the second print because the first print was a little higher than I felt comfortable paying at the time. Superman number 78, which is a much more recent buy from a few months ago. I think I bought this last year. This is the debut, quote unquote, of the Eradicator as a replacement Superman. This is very dear and near to my heart. So this is Superman number 81. This is my original copy. I bought this back in 1993 at a hotel gift shop. I actually bought this after living 6 years abroad with my family. Oh, I actually like the Golden Age Superman. But I do like I do like Superman in any era, but I'm actually appreciative of the Golden Age Superman. So, anyways, as I was saying, so after 6 years living abroad, we came back while my mom was looking for a place for us to live. We stayed at we stayed at two hotels. The second hotel where we moved, one day I decided to go to a gift shop and I saw this issue and Flash number 79. I bought both of them. So this is my original copy, which is pretty much a mess. It actually cost me 6 pesos back then, but it's pretty, you really can't tell, but it's pretty messed up. So if anyone actually remembers my very first video, I actually bought a replacement for this one. So this is actually a newsstand edition, and of course this is the director edition. And my very first video was actually showing this issue. This is Superman number 82. Another reason buy is Superman number 84, which I actually seen better we show up. This was a bit. I think I bought this maybe back in 2016, maybe I can remember, but yeah, it's a pretty messed up issue. I actually seen better copies recently, but I don't really like having doubles of anything. Um, issue 85, again, a very recent buy from around last year, I believe, or earlier this year. No, last year, issue 86. Issue 87. Issue 91. This is Metropolis. Issue 101 with art. The cover is by Dan Jurgens, but the art is by Gil Kane. Some of it. Another issue with Gil Kane art on the inside is issue 103. Here. Then, moving on. Issue 138. This is from 90. Well, this storyline or part of this storyline actually, I bought a few issues. I don't have them anymore since the move. I got rid of those. I actually had a few issues of this Dominus storyline in Spanish because, as I explained in the past, I actually the books in Mexico usually the translated issues usually have like about a year behind. So back in '99, I was getting that stuff from 1998. Then we have issue 150, another recent buy. I actually saw this a few years, not too long after I bought this issue, this book at a much higher price, which sort of made me, wonder why so expensive. Another recent buy was Superman number 172. Issue 184, which is actually written by Jeff Johns. Issue 100. Issue 188. Some of my first Superman issues after, because for a long time I was a Marvel reader, and I was going back to DC. So this book actually was one of the early books that brought me back to DC, and Superman issue 192. $193. 194. 198. 202, which is my first regular issues, which are my first regular issues of when I became a regular Superman reader after a long time of being a Marvel reader. And I sort of returned to DC. 203. 204, the first issue of For Tomorrow, which I actually did a review on a few years ago. Take them all out. 205. 206. 207. 208. 209. 210. 211. 212. 213. Excuse me a second. Sorry about that. 214. 215. 216. 218. So I actually don't have 217, which is kind of weird because I actually had a pull list back then, and somehow I did not get to 217. So, like I said, 218, 219, 220, 221, 222, 223, 224, and 225. And the final issue of this run, 226. And Superman Annual Number 4 from 1992 with a cover by actually Joe Quesada and Jim Palmiotti, which again is a very recent pickup. So yeah, those are my Superman books. And so if you want me to show something else, some other books, I still, like I said, I have the Superman Man of Steel, but I have a lot of issues of that run. So if I ever want to show them, it's gonna be like in a very short video. They're actually in another box. But yeah, I mean, thanks for sticking with me. Sorry for, about the technical problem I had. So you can watch the first part where I review Action Comics 1000 and Superman number 45. And then, you can come back and watch this video, or just watch this video and watch the other video with my thoughts on those books. And since I'm having a lot of distractions right now, I will end this very short live stream showing my Superman books with, as always, thank you for watching. As always, until next time, keep smiling.